Hey, first off, I want to start off with giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Also want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word and the brothers who teach sincerely down. And also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. And this one's going to be going into what I was speaking of yesterday at camp, which is civil unrest. And we got the election on the 5th. So on Israel, the man of the Lord, on the high watch out to see what's going to happen here. Because no matter what, there's going to be a civil war. So we got the Venezuela gangs taking over. We got the National Guard being deployed to multiple cities right now. See, it's all a domino effect, and you can see the effects. And now you can see everything leading up to this day happening, or maybe leading up to the election. So that's why I'm keeping a high lookout on it. But let me play this video, and I'm going to pull out a couple precepts.
This is big breaking emergency news. The National Guard has been deployed to multiple different states and multiple different cities in anticipation of potentially civil unrest happening in these states and cities. And they are worried that it could happen during or around the election on November 5th. So let's get into all the details here. Really quick, guys, please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting every single day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this is what's going on. Multiple different state governors have signed executive orders and have issued and ordered the National Guard to be deployed, right? And they are worried that there could be some type of civil unrest or potentially even violence that could happen around November 5th, okay? This is happening right now in Washington State. The Governor Jay Inslee has just declared a situation where the National Guard has to be deployed, signing an executive order, and also the Governor of Nevada has deployed the National Guard as well to anticipate any type of problems that could happen during the election on November 5th, all right? And they have been deployed to multiple different...
Hey, so it seems like they're pushing for, see, they did all this on purpose when they was creating that false news, trying to start a war between Jake, the tribe of Judah, and the Venezuelans, the southern tribes, line pushing a false narrative on TV, saying that the Venezuela gangs took over O Block. Then people from actually there, if it weren't for social media, we wouldn't have never known. And that's how they've been using propaganda against us for years. But their propaganda doesn't work no more because people slacking. Because the prophet's been out there teaching, and all the whistleblowers in TikTok and social media. Slacking for the coffee, guy. But it seems like the National Guard has been deployed to multiple cities leading up to the 5th. So we're going to see what's going to happen. So let me get my precept.
cities throughout the state. So they're particularly worried about Portland, Oregon. The governor is mentioning in his order that Portland has already been the subject of multiple things going on during this election. There have been problems with ballot boxes, fires with these boxes, okay? And they're also deploying them to Las Vegas, Nevada, and also Carson City, Nevada as well too. The National Guard are being deployed in anticipation of any type of civil unrest. And the main cities that they're worried about right now are Seattle, Washington, Vancouver, Washington, Carson City, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, and also Portland, Oregon. So this is what the Governor Jay Inslee said of Washington said. It says, Inslee activates some National Guard members to support public safety activities related to the 2024 elections. It says, This is a precautionary measure taken in response to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's nationwide warnings regarding threats to the election infrastructure and other recent activities that have occurred in southwestern Washington. It says the Guard will be on standby for 4 days beginning Monday.
So let's get a preset. Let me play this again. I know Satan and sit here and delete this stuff off my phone.
November 4th and ending just after midnight on Thursday, November 7th, 2024. It says, based upon the general, this is a letter that the Washington governor sent to.
Okay. This is Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commuting, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. These things must first come to pass, But the end is not by and by then. Then said he unto them, nations shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs. Great signs shall be from heaven. And we're seeing all these things at a high level right now. More than any time since mankind has been on this earth, we're seeing all these things. We're seeing World War III coming. We're seeing this election. We're seeing civil war, civil unrest coming. We're seeing earthquakes in diverse places. We're seeing fires in play. We're seeing all these things. We're seeing demonic activity turning up. We see the celebrities getting exposed. We see, everything you see right now. If you got a spiritual eye, everything the scriptures prophesied about is happening. But let me keep reading. Sights of great signs shall be from the heavens, but before all these things show their hands on you. And no, that's not it though. What do I want? All right, it's right here. It's Matthew 12:25. I mean, Luke 21 is still relevant though, but this is Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And that's what's going on right here. This is a kingdom brought against itself. The government bringing this kingdom down. The Joe Biden administration did sign all these executive orders. They're plummeting America on purpose. And I remember watching that video where Rabbi Frankston, whatever his name was, he's like, good goyim. He said they was going to crash America on purpose. That was the whole plan after they used it all up. So this is what's going on right now. So you see the American dollar crash. You see the BRICS coming up against us. You see the Venezuela gangs coming. You see the Venezuela gangs is going to be a part of it too, along with America's fighting against each other, Trump supporters against Pamela Harrison supporters. And it will be probably a lot of riots depending on who wins, no matter who wins. So that's why they got this National Guard being deployed to all these cities, all these different places. Now, it's more than what I thought, so I'm hearing it for the first time, too. I thought it was just like 4 cities. But no, it's all over the place, so y'all prepare yourself. All right. Let me finish reading Matthew. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, and any kingdom, that's the same one. That's 25. If Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself, and how then his kingdom stand? How can his kingdom stand? And oh yeah, and Jesus knew their thoughts and replied, "Any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed." That's the KJV part, right? So this is Matthew 12:25, KIV. Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, "Any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed," and that's where we're headed to. This place is doomed.
The National Guard in Washington to have them activated. He said, based upon the general and specific information and concerns, so they have specific information as well too, and general information, and concerns regarding the potential for violence or other unlawful activity related to the 2024 general election. I want to ensure we are fully prepared to respond to any potential additional civil unrest of the type described in RCW 3808040 occurring within Washington state leading up to, on, and potentially extending beyond November 5th, 2024, the date of the 2024 general election. All right, so he is saying that they are anticipating, quote, civil unrest and other types of potential violence that could occur in result of the election, before or after the election, right? So they're getting ready for something. Hopefully we don't see anything big like this, but they're getting ready, right? And it says here the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has warned that threats to the election infrastructure in the 2024 election cycle remain high, and the southwest region of Washington state has already experienced specific instances of election-related unrest. This is coming from his own website and his own order. It says on October 28, 2024, an incendiary device was set off in a Dropbox in Vancouver, Washington, damaging or destroying hundreds of ballots, and a similar device targeting a ballot box in Portland, Oregon. And they're saying that they believe this person has welding skills and high welding capabilities and metalworking. And they're also saying that this person was writing political messages on these. It says here, in response to the situation described above and the potential for further violence and illegal activity, I am directing the Washington National Guard to prepare to provide critical public safety support by activating necessary Washington National Guard personnel in a standby status. In this role, the Washington National Guard will be able to support local law enforcement and the Washington State Patrol as needed. Right, so they're getting ready for something, and they are deploying the Guard in multiple different states. Right, the National Guard also here. The Nevada governor is going to activate the National Guard for Election Day as well too. It says that the governor will activate 60 members to be.
Now, I don't know if this is going to send us straight into Jacob trouble, or we're still going to have a few more parts or pieces. We got to see how this plays out, because everybody's expecting civil war after this, and this is what they want. They want to be able to call, what do you call it again? I can't think of it right now. And when everything go bad and the government takes over, martial law. And once martial law goes in effect, the government has no control no more. It's given up to the FEMA camps. But I don't know if it's going to go that far at this point.
On status and stations in the Nevada National Guard facilities in both Carson City, Nevada, and Las Vegas, Nevada on November 5th. It says, quote, as a first responder, I know firsthand the importance of being prepared, and this decision reflects my commitment to safety and preparedness on Election Day. That's what Governor Lombardo said of Nevada. Also said, quote, one of many proactive steps the state is taking to ensure all possible resources are in place for a timely response to any challenges that arrive. Okay, so he has the National Guard on high alert too, and they are going to be ready for any type of events that could happen on or around election day. All right, so hopefully nothing does happen, but we're in a state in our country for some reason where the guard has to be activated and they're worried about potential civil unrest. So please just hit it up for me down there to help get these warnings out. I appreciate that, so people know, especially in these certain cities, are on high alert, and it just helps to get these warnings out. And also let me know too what you think about this situation. Let me know what you think about what's going on here. Right, they're having these ballot boxes being attacked and having fires in them and ballots burned up. Okay, and
Yeah, no, this everything he's speaking of. I just thought of the movie The Purge, back in 2016, the election year. You know, just to keep that in mind, like, because you know the government sends messages through his movies. He lets us know what he's gonna do to us before he do it. It's called predictive programming. He's always done it. That's why The Simpsons is always telling us what's about to happen. You know, because it's all planned. So just keep that in mind. The movie The Purge, election year. This is the election year. We're a couple days away from it. And also that movie, Leave This World Behind. You know, because it's going to happen. People like, y'all paranoid. Nah, the scriptures say it's going to happen. You know, this is Babylon. Babylon has to fall. Every kingdom in history has fallen. You know, that's a given. Now, America was established in 1776 on 4th of July. That's why they celebrate 4th of July. That's the year they stole and killed our brothers and stole the land of America. So they sold this land beginning next year, the 2016, 2026. That would be 250 years that Esau's time is up, because the scriptures say that Jacob is the beginning, Jacob's the beginning. The end is Jacob. Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning in Second Esdras and the Apocrypha. So as we seeing these times lead up, we can see it playing itself out, and you know.
and they also had postal workers losing hundreds of ballots as well too. This was happening in Washington State. United States Postal Service workers were losing hundreds of ballots in Washington as well too. So lots of stuff going on. There's lots of reports coming out of.
Hey, that's all I'm gonna play for now. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. Shalom.